You wanted to know how to be mortgage-free decades faster and how to pay less interest on your home and less tax. So we're going to dive into it. This strategy is on how you can get the CRA to reimburse up to 50% of the interest on your personal residence. So we're going to dive right into it. We're going to break it down. So how to be mortgage-free decades faster, courtesy of the CRA, our friend. So what do you need? There are two things. You need to have rental properties, 1, 2, or 3, ideally, in your personal name. And the ownership on those rental properties should be the same as the ownership on your primary residence. Now, if you don't have rental properties, at the end of this, I'm going to give directions on how to get a hold of me. Send me a message. There is another version of the strategy that doesn't require investment properties. So that you can still do this just in a different way, but you can still get your mortgage to be tax deductible. And then you need to have a re-advancing mortgage. Now, what is that? That's a mortgage with one of the major banks. And do know they're not all equal. There are some that are better, some that are best, and some that don't work for the strategy at all. But there's a mortgage component and a line of credit. As the mortgage gets smaller, the limit on the line of credit goes up. That's simple. You pay down your mortgage, you get access to more borrowing room on your home equity line of credit. So this is the visual that I showed you guys in the video that you responded to, the short video on how to get the CRA, if you structure your finances correctly, to reimburse you up to 50% of your mortgage cost. Feel free to take a photo of this, but at the end, I'm going to give you some next steps. If you send me an email where I tell you, I will actually send you this visual along with a letter from a chartered professional accountant outlining the strategy and why they believe it makes sense. So why would you do this? Well, a $500,000 mortgage. Let's see, 2 seconds. So $500,000 mortgage at 4.5% over 30 years costs $22,334 in the first year for interest. All in all, that mortgage is going to cost $1.3 million roughly, because you have to pay off the principal, you have to pay all of the interest, which is almost as much as what you're borrowing. I think off memory is about $460,000. Plus, you got to pay goddamn tax on top of all of it. So it's expensive because you earn money, you pay the CRA, then you get the privilege of making your mortgage payment. But we're going to change that. So if we use this strategy instead, we get to make the mortgage tax deductible. So the mortgage costs $22,334 over the year. You got to pay the interest, but you get to write that off. So at a 40% tax bracket, the CRA is going to reimburse you $8,900 of that. So your total cost is $13,301 after the tax deduction. So it's 40% cheaper. Now here's the cool part. We take that tax refund, we pay down the mortgage with it. We now owe $9,000 less. We keep repeating this, and that's what allows us to get mortgage-free years faster. Because at the end of the day, what's the goal? Debt-free, no mortgage payments, no stress, no bullshit. We can focus on what matters. So that's why I think we should do this. Now, here's the steps of the process. Just for those that are wondering, there's 2 sides. There are the automatic steps and manual steps. So number 1, your tenants pay you rent on your properties. That's pretty automatic. You then take that rent and you pay your mortgage with it. Number 3, when you pay down the mortgage, it automatically readvances. So you get more room on the HELOC. You borrow the money on the HELOC and you move it to something called a tracking account. It's just a regular checking account, but we set it up only for 2 purposes, which is paying the HELOC interest and transferring money to the rental expense accounts, which we'll go over in depth in the next session after this. The rental expenses automatically come out of the expense account you set up. That's it. I promise this will be quick, so I know I'm going through this fast, but we're going to do an in-depth webinar. So if you want help setting this up, just email lesstax@keaton@kbmortgages.ca. I'm going to be building a list of people that want to do this, and then I'm going to get Chris Harrison, the chartered professional accountant, and we're going to dive into this. We're going to break it down, the steps, the structure, and how you can get started, as well as how you can get us to help you every single step of the way. So you can't screw it up. It's easy. It's straightforward. Professional mortgage guidance and professional tax advice. So if you have any questions at all, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, send me an email, lesstax@keaton@kbmortgages.ca. We'll get you on the list, and we'll get this set up. We'll help you make this right. So help you have more for your family. Let me know if you have any questions.